Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St.
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and welcome to the final home game of the 2022-23 season, and this is just the first time since 2018-19 that the Blues will miss the playoffs. Yes, that's right. The Blues are missing the playoffs, but the team that they won it from in 19 is absolutely going to the playoffs. Oh my goodness, what an amazing team they are. Brian Green says it seems like forever. It's been a bit. I took some time off. Jason Nichols says, yo. Ding 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 ding. How's that there, Shake? That might give you a big old wart, bud, if the whole town of Boston kisses your tush. Yeah, that might be a wart that you don't want to deal with. Right? Ooh, I don't know, man. Yeah. Not thinking that. What do you think about Schneidergood going back to the NCAA when guys like Crosby, Cooley signed their ECLs and playing in the NHL for the rest of the season? You know what? You want to know why Snooker went back to the... You want to know why? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Matlow, in fact, Matlow, I want to know if you know why he went back instead of signing an ECL. I want to know why you think he went back and signed instead of signing an ECL. To me, if I'm him, I absolutely go back to Boston, go back to school. Absolutely, go back to school. Come on, you got to get it, 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 get it. Come on, I want to hear it from you, bud. Where are you? Where are you, bud? Come on, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I'm not looking right now. Where are we at? Talking to Matlow. I'm firing this at Matlow. Matlow asked the question, what do I think about Snugard going back to the NCAA when guys like Cooley and Kreese sign their ECLs and playing in the NHL for the rest of the season? right? He says it's probably good, but I want to see the kids play. You know what? And the reason, there's a purpose that I'm asking Matt Lowe why he thinks Snugard did that. Right? There's two reasons why he did it. Right? One is his age. Right? He'd have to go play in juniors. If you're going to play in juniors, why not play in college? That's one of them. But the other one is the team has already said, right, that we're not going to be that team. Why is he going to come and play for a team next year for 82 games that's probably going to miss the playoffs when he can play for one of the best NCAA teams out there and compete for another championship? Right? That right there is a direct result of trading Tarashenko, of trading O'Reilly, of trading Barbashev, of the quotes that the GM has said. That is a direct result. That is a absolute example of cause and effect. Right? My religion is big on cause and effect. That's it. Cause and effect right there. But why do you disagree with that, bud? Why do you disagree with it? I'm giving you solid, straight up solid footing. Solid footing. Right? Oh, yeah, Dallas, it's not just home ice. They're playing for home ice throughout. They're playing for a division. Right? Them and Colorado are locked in a fight for the division. They have home ice in the first round, no matter what. It's the division they're playing for. It's not home ice. Jason, it's not home ice. Matt Lowe, I love you, bud. I absolutely love you. And you have every right to disagree with me. And your opinion is not a wrong opinion. It's your opinion, plain and simple. But I'm going to back mine up with some facts. You don't know that. You don't know that this team doesn't turn it around. You don't know that if there weren't changes made at the beginning of the season, that we wouldn't be in the playoffs right now. This should have been a playoff team, Matt Lowe. At the beginning of the season, this should have been a playoff team. Plain and freaking simple. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. This should have been a playoff team. Plain and simple. If we're a playoff team, he's signing the ECL. I know you're not trying to argue. I'm just trying to point out that there are things. This is direct cause and effect. Right? This is direct cause and effect, bud. Right? If we're a better team, he's not staying in the NCAA. Look, these guys that are college eligible. I mean, put it to you this way, right? What would you rather do? Matt Lowe, stop, bud. Let's get back to this. Let's get back. You're missing the fucking point, buddy. You've missed it completely. You are so stuck on we fucking sucked. We sucked, so we had to get rid of them. The question is, and the one that I've been asking from the very beginning of the goddamn season is, why the fuck did we suck? Matt Lowe, that's the point that you have fucking missed, bud. You have missed it so bad. We shouldn't have sucked. There's no reason for us to suck. We have the players. We had the ability. There were huge mistakes made. That's why we're there. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to sit there, and I've been saying this, and every time I say it, I get from Matt Lowe and some other guys, but we sucked. Why were they unhappy? Why were they unhappy? Why were they unhappy? You keep saying it. They're getting paid millions of dollars. Why are they unhappy? I absolutely agree with this. The keeping Berube and letting Montgomery go was the stupidest thing that this management has done yet. Plain and simple, in my eyes. Right? That's why all the stuff that happens after it is minutia and minor to me. I know I'm going to piss Matt Lowe off. I know I am. And I'm sorry I'm doing it, but you know what? This is what this show is. This is my opinion. This is Guy's opinion show. Yes, I say it's for the fans, by the fans, and about the fans. Absolutely. Your stuff is just as important as mine. But I have an advantage over you. I have this microphone. I absolutely have this microphone. Now, while I say that, I have anybody who wants to debate me invited you on the show. As long as I know you're not here to fuck this show over, I've invited you on the show. Well, that's what we're blinded by the cup. There's so many of them blinded by the cup. Absolutely. Right? You know what? Rasterize next season, they're not looking for anything other than what they got. They're not going to, I don't see us doing anything in free agency except some minor stuff like we did this year. Right? I see us having a front office change within the next 2 years. A big one. A couple of them annually. Matt Lowe, you need to go back and look at Bennington and compare him to the other goalies on this team. Grice had the exact same numbers. It's not like Grice outperformed him. And while Hofer's had better numbers, he has a much, much, much smaller sample size. So you can't compare him, but you can compare Grice. And their numbers were almost identical. That's not goalie related. You missed that. You're blind to that. You don't even want to look at that. You just want to say Bennington sucked, period. But you don't want to look at the rest of the things that this team has done. How this team that's supposed to be so defensive isn't. No. Bennington is a capable goalie. Bennington is a very capable goalie. We also have some of the worst defensive numbers in the league, bud. The difference between last season and this season is almost a goal. Giving up almost a goal more. That's not always on the goalie. Right? That's not always on the goalie, my friend. Well, yeah, see, there's the thing. Their numbers are equal. If it wasn't defense, their numbers wouldn't be equal. Right? We are one of the worst defensive teams in the league. Look at our penalty kill. Look at our power play. Oh, my goodness. We went from fifth best, our overall best in the league, to worst. Worst to worst. What? No, 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 no. I'm sorry. What are you saying? That's a very vague statement. That's a very vague statement. Right? Very vague statement. You know what? Last year, Matt Lowe, all you complained about was the defense. Now it's the goalies. And you put nothing on the defense. In fact, last year I talked more about the goalie. No, it's our defense. Our defense is bad. Our defense is bad. Our defense is bad. Our defense is bad. Now all of a sudden it's on the goalies and our defense is fine. The numbers don't back that. Craig, I'm dead on. I'm with you on this, right? And I'm almost 99% sure Matt Lowe's sitting there behind his little keyboard going, I got him riled up. Oh, I got him riled up. Look at him go. You know what? That's fine. It's the next to last show of the season. I don't know how much more I'm going to do after this. I may even, I've thought about opening up my new anything channel, just talk bullshit channel, talk show channel. And dropping sports for a while. I really have. Matt Lowe, come on, bud. You complained about defense all last year. You were one of the guys saying our defense sucked. I'm like 99.9% sure of that. Right? And look, I'm okay with it. I'm smiling. Look, I'm not blowing up. I'm not getting out of shape. I'm not getting bent out of shape. I'm just telling you what it is and how I feel. My opinion. That's it. Right? You keep saying Bennington is the worst goalie in the league, which by far he isn't. You miss so much about what it takes to be a goalie. I'm with you, Nathan. I'm with you. I'm going back on that. This is part of this is what brought this is why Snugard didn't sign his ECL and went back to college. Right? This is why you have the kids still in juniors. There's no sense for them to come up. Right? There's no sense, and that's how I'm looking at this. That's how I'm looking at this. Right? Matt Lowe wants to put everything this season on Bennington. He wants to sit there and lay it all on Bennington. Bennington. That argument only works if your other goalie had great numbers. He didn't. He didn't. He did not have great numbers. Plain and simple. To go back to what Craig says, how many third, fourth, and fifth quality shots because there was no one covering? How many goals has Parayko put in? I mean, if they had own goals in the NHL, Parayko would have 10 or 15 goals. Direct goals. Right? Where is that thing I was looking at earlier? I think I took it down. Let me look at something here real quick. I'm looking at something. Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay. Hold on. I'll agree with that, Nathan. Hold on. Oh, they missed things with me here. Okay, I'm showing this now. But here we go. I don't know how well you guys can see this. This is the Blues season numbers going back to the Cup, 18-19, right? This is goals against average from worst to best. 2018-19 and 2019-20, the Blues gave up 2.68 goals per game and were one of the best teams in the league those seasons. Right? 99 points, 94 points. And the 94 points was a 71 with 11 games left. They would have had a 100-point season. Go back to 2020-21, last season, 82 games, 2.91. That was one of the best defensive teams in the league. They were like 8th or 9th. I'd have to pull up everything, but I'm pretty sure they were 8th or 9th. They were up there. Right? Offensively, 3.77. This season, top line, they gave up 3.65 goals per game while scoring 3.23. They gave up better than, 0.6 of a goal per game while scoring half a goal less. Half a goal less. That right there is your recipe. Power play went from 27% to 19%. The penalty kill went from 84.1 to 72.9. And you want to blame that all on the goalie. That's defense, my friend. That is a defensive system that doesn't work. That is it. Right? Oh, Wendy, I've got something to show you, buddy. That's kind of how I feel about it, Ryan. Okay, you know what? Next, I'm going to bring up Bennington's numbers for the past 5 years. You want me to do that, Matt Lowe? I will. Okay? The defense has been getting progressively worse. I didn't want to see it last year, but it was, and other people brought it up. You were one of them that brought it up. Yes, I did see that. It was a gut shot. It was a huge gut shot. Jim is a good friend. I'm gonna call him tomorrow. Right? Jim is a very good friend. Yes, a gut shot. Big thank you to Jason Nichols, Craig Moss, Robert Morton, Ashley Jones, and Tammy Pemberton. Thank you so much. You put them thumbs in the air. Yes, he put it out on Twitter. He is retiring at the end of the hockey season, so I'm guessing he's going to after he does some write-ups, that's it. That's why they hired a new guy. I didn't realize that that's why he was brought in, but yeah, that's what it is. He is gone. Right? So let me go back. Let me stop sharing that for a second. I'll bring it back up here in a moment. Bud, you're gonna not appreciate this as much as you think you are, my friend. I really think you're gonna find out this isn't what you think it is. Hold on. I'm working on something. Give me something. I'm just looking. I'm paying attention to things. It's not the we lost Ravitar. Why did we lose Ravitar? Oh, what's your prediction tonight? Okay. Yeah, I don't see us winning tonight or tomorrow. To be honest, and we'll fall below. We won't. We need 1 point for 500. We may get that. Sorry, Ash. I'm trying to do too many things at once. That's nothing new, right? Okay, there you go, bud. Matlow. So these are the numbers that you wanted to, and you talk about save percentage. Okay. It was 927 in the cup year. He played 32 games. He started 30. He was 24-5. Right? Then you go drop down in 1920, which was the second season. He dropped down to a 912 and a 256. Then in 2021, last season, he was a 910. Right? Or no, that wasn't last season. That was the 2021. That was that was the COVID season. Last season he had a 901, and then this season 892. Okay. I see where you're at, bud. I see you. But if you want to just say that a goalie is based on that, that's all a goalie's based on now. Why isn't Jake Allen still here? Why isn't Jake Allen still here? In 1920 at a 927. 21 wins in 24 games. Oh, no, he's 12 wins. Only 12 wins. That was game started. Sorry. Right? I'm sorry. You're cherry picking stats. And you know it. right? And we'll just go, right? You're looking at one stat and basing that on a trend. You're saying, okay, this stat tells me everything I need to know about a goalie. But how much of that stat deals with other things? Now, he did have an off season last year. I will tell you that. COVID really affected him last season until it mattered. That's a mathematical number that is horseshit. I think that is a number right there that is absolute horseshit. Right? I'm with you. I thought Husso was a one-shot wonder. I didn't think Husso would be that great later. I mean, and he wasn't that great. Boston, he didn't take Detroit to the playoffs, right? Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I just think Matt Lowe wants to pin everything. Matt Lowe wants to take something and say, okay, this is going to prove my point, so I'm just going to stay with that. And, and that's fine, Matt Lowe. That's what you want to do. That's what you get to do. Right? There is so much that this team could have done and been had it made a couple of different changes. Right? The O'Reilly trade in hindsight turned out great. He's on the DL. They don't know if he'll be back. I don't think he's been back yet, has he? Me and Rance talked about that numerous times about him being hurt. Playing the way you do. Oh, but see, no. See, this is where... Yeah, it should be a good game at Windy. O'Reilly is back. Okay. Actually, Wendy, I can put everything on Berube. And I am going to pin it mainly on Berube. You know why? Because the buck stops with the head coach. If the head coach is made... Okay, thank you. I was wrong. Since Toronto doesn't have a goalie, I'm going with Toronto. Okay. Would we have been in the same spot if we would have made a coaching change? Would we have been in the same spot had we made a coaching change when it was called for? During the 8-game skid, there were a lot of people asking about Berube's job. Would we have been in the same spot if we had made the coaching change? Matt Lowe? I'm waiting. I want to hear this. No, I mean, since I'm at Tampa, I'm sorry. I'm going with Tampa. I said that wrong. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks for catching that. Partially it falls on Army, but Berube should have made Berube, the head coach, should have made some changes. I absolutely think they would have. I think they would have played a lot better. Didn't matter what coach you got. It didn't matter what coach you got, bud. They weren't going to play for Berube anymore. They weren't going to play for him anymore. They were tired of his shit. So the move was to fire Berube, and we didn't. That is on Armstrong. The domino effect after that is huge, and that's what I'm getting at. The domino effect. And you are more than welcome to. You are more than welcome to. Yep. You know what? You put Odd in. Wait, when we fired Joe, did anybody want Berube to be the coach? No, they didn't. None of us really understood who Berube was. Not one of you would have said make Berube the coach. And actually, there's a chance Hitchcock is available. Is he better? I don't know. Did you win a championship at 21? Actually, he's older than that now, isn't he? Is he like 24, 25? Right? I just think that there's more here, and it goes. He's already back. He's already back. He's a coaching assistant or consultant. He's already back. He's been with the team for the past 2 years. Well, let's see how Hofer does tonight. I do agree with removing Van Ryan and possibly Dave Alexander. I do believe that we probably do need a different goalie coach. I will agree with that. You know what? You're Craig, you're probably dead on. You're probably dead on. Good save by Hofer there. I'm watching the game now. Yeah, you need an offensive coach. You do. You need an offensive coach. No, yeah. I did agree with him there. Oh, that was. I think that Blaze just missed there. No, Ryan, that's how I feel. Todd just missed one there. I think they will. I mean, you know, the honeymoon's over, but I think they're still a good team, and I think they know they can win. I know, Rob, and I appreciate that, bud. I really do. I'm struggling, but you know what? That's okay. I'm accepting of that right now. I'm accepting of I'm struggling. I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and do some writing just for me and not worry about, you know, posting it or what people say or anything. Just do stuff like that, and try and focus on me. You might be, Matt Lowe, you might be. So actually, so now that I think about it, this might be a smart play because you're putting Bennington against Ottinger in the next game. And this is when, you know, that's going to determine whether or not Dallas wins the division. You could steal the division from Dallas, but you give it to Colorado. That's the only thing that sucks. I'm with you there. One more week, and this thing gets off. I had some dumb people write on it. I don't even know what they wrote this weekend. I went out and got a little drunk. I missed that one. Yeah, I'm almost with you there. Get your 1 point to guarantee 500 and then let them have it. See, there's a guy, absolutely, he's got his arm on the stick, and they never call that. That's one of the biggest things. If you want to... No, actually, I'm the one that bought the bottle service for myself and a few people decided to wiggle their way into it. Oh, nice save. Ryan, what part of LA do you live in? Are you closer to Anaheim than LA? Well, I mean, where do you kind of fall in that area there? Oh, I didn't even pull up the stat stuff today. Matlow got me going. Way to go, Matlow. Oh, there that went. Oh, that could be an interference. Oh, that might be interference. I would challenge that. Nope. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I've been watching it. I take it with a grain of salt. I like that, Craig. Da, 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 da. That's a little better. Trying to make some of the little like green around me go away, you know, right in here. Trying to, but made it a little better, I think. Game matters. I mean, it matters to Dallas and to Colorado, right? Only 3 games tonight. The Islanders are playing the Canadians, and they're up 2-1 with 18 to go in the first, 18 seconds to go in the first period. And then after this game, the Flames will play the Sharks, and the Flames were eliminated. That's an interesting case there. They got eliminated because during a shootout, they chose a player that really shouldn't have been in the shootout, and he missed badly. Red Bull gives you wings. I don't really like Red Bull. I don't like most energy drinks. Oh, I hate that. A Dallas person taking a picture with Brett Hull. Oh, that sucks. After. After. Penalty kill. Or no, power play. Never heard of it. I might have to see it and try it. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Craig. I'm missing something. The more I think about that, that's probably a good non-challenge. I don't think you get that. I mean, he kind of put his glove over the stick too, so that he has the right to pull his stick out. And I wanted to see how bad this power play is going to be. I think Varna was part of the trade to get O'Reilly, wasn't he? Varna was in Toronto, if I remember right. Or Varna was in Detroit. Wow! Speak of the devil! We got Varna on March 3rd. I think O'Reilly was traded before that. Yeah, O'Reilly was traded like a week before the trade deadline. Tie game. O'Reilly was traded on February 27th. And we just got guys in juniors, so yeah. We got Varna and the other one after O'Reilly. Yeah, they were after the trade. Yeah, I seen that. I seen Blaze for the Masterson. Oh no. He was in the crease. That's the point that I think everybody misses. It doesn't matter how much of the goalie is in the crease. He's in the crease. The goalie was in the crease. His glove was on the crease. You can't play this both ways. I know they like to do that. Another bad pass, man. The Blues just have not gotten their passes together at all. Okay. Can't believe the Blues got a power play goal. Hey, big thank you to Danny Johnson, Nathan Moyers, David A.C., John Hefner, Tammy Pemberton, Ashley Jones, Robert Morton, Greg Moss, and Jason Nichols. Thank you all so much for putting your thumbs in the air. Yeah, I seen that, but that doesn't get. Very rarely do they allow that. Do they let that go through? You know, more than not, they don't. You'll see every now and then they'll take a goal away because of pushing it in, but rare. Very rare. I love the one where they're doing this and they make Marshawn with a big head. That's just so perfect. I haven't heard any rumors, and I really don't think that there's going to be anything until the draft day, and you could see something in draft day, right? But let's like the Red Wings are at the bottom of the league, so they don't have that really low pick. So, oh wow, right off the post. Oh, that could have gone in. That could have gone in off of Hofer. He got really lucky there that it went under him. Really lucky. How you doing, Dr. Detroit? They're a turnover machine. Turnover machine. They'll give the puck away. I don't think Tarasenko's going to. I think Tarasenko's his FA choices are the ones that he'll go to are going to be limited. Like there's teams that are going to come and he's not going to go. No, I don't want Wallman back. Are you kidding me? No, thank you. I liked Wallman was here. I didn't like him being part of the trade, and I said that, but I don't think he's that much better than what we got. Oh wow, that should have been a pass, not a shot. Oh, Oh, he could have gotten that to Blay. Oh, you can stay for the game, Detroit. We like having you around. Quick period. Another a bad pass. So I gotta throw something out there, right? While we're talking about Walker a little bit. Next season, I got who is it? I got it from one of my. Got it from one of my. Hold on, I gotta try and find it, buds. So on September 23rd and 24th, the LA Kings and the Arizona Coyotes are going to play 2 games in Melbourne, in Australia. I wonder now if I'm the league, I go to the Blues and I ask them about the possibility of loaning Walker for 1 game to LA and the other game to the Coyotes. If I'm the Blues, I would do that. Right? I would absolutely do that. And you wanna open up a market, you absolutely do that. I'm sorry. And in the preseason, I say you can get away with it. Right? And if there's a thing with salary cap or whatever, you give them a waiver. And what's it going to hurt for him to be away from the Blues, especially that early in preseason? Middle of preseason. I'm sorry. I'd let him do it. I'd let him do it. Anybody agree or disagree with me on that? Falk just missed one. Craig likes that idea. Oh, right off the post there. Right off the post. I'm sorry. To me, that would be a huge thing, you know? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's been talk now about teams getting real goalies. Pass behind the Pareko. There is no other sport where I think that would happen. Though I did hear it happen in college football. Oh yeah. Good point there, Craig. Yeah, I heard about that, Doctor. Hugh McGing made his debut today. Congratulations to you. We kind of missed that. We were talking about other things. Tucker's back up. The gang's gotten 4 shifts on that 4th line. I don't know, Doctor. I'll be honest with you. Well, I take that back. We talked about this a little bit before. Go back and pull something up here. So, Pitlick and Levo will probably not be back. They're both UFAs. I don't see either one of them being back. Everybody else I could see being back. I don't see them needing to sign anybody too much, right? I mean, even losing Laveau or Pitlick, there's other guys in your roster that could replace them. So I just don't see him. I don't see him signing anybody. I almost see us starting with the team we got. Right? I that's the kind of the way I see it. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens. I remember back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was a period where every playoff team had an ex-blue on it. They were the only team that had a former player on every playoff team. Yeah, I could say that a little bit. Blues are being outshot 13-5. That's bad. Bad, I say bad. Bad man, Leroy Brown. He's the baddest shot man in the whole damn town. Oh, good move there. Good defense there for a change. Well, well, that didn't last long. Yeah, I could see that. I think Calgary's going to end up getting rid of Wilson. I really do. Or Sutter, I mean. That puck jumped everywhere. Well, there we go. That didn't last long. Why? Now you to answer. Way to go, Thomas! I could see that. I could see that. Oh, nice move. Oh, wow. That is the way you end a period. That is the way you end a period. Very good. Very good. That's how you get outshot and keep them tied.
Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Oh, I took myself out, put myself in, took myself out. Put your right arm in, take your right arm out. Put your right arm in, take your right arm out. Do the hokey pokey and spin yourself about. That's what it's all about. Hey, I screwed that up, didn't I? I did something earlier. Now I got to see if I can find it. Gotta see if I can. No, not there. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. Oh, that ain't good. Got to find something else. I'll find it. I'll find it. Sooner or later. That's not what I'm. I'm messing around trying to find something for you guys. Might work. Here you go. This is for you. Like it's playing the way it's supposed to. I'm hearing weird shit now. I guess I'm screwing this up left, right, and center. Oh well. Stand by, guys. I'm hearing some weird shit in my ears. I don't know. I screwed something up. I don't know if it's my TV messing up or me messing up or what. Boy, I've got something messed up good today. Oh, here we go. Ah, I find it. Now I figured out what I was screwing up. Oh my goodness. Now let's see if I can make this work the way I want it to. Boy, that was weird. Beyond weird, actually. That ain't what I want. That ain't what I want. Oh man, if I had a producer. I don't. So I got to deal with it. See, this is what I'm. Yeah, there we go. I found something I can do with. There you go, Ryan Green. That was just for you, my friend. That was just for you. That's been a good game. I'll say that. I'll say that. It's been a good game for more cowbell, huh? Uh, I had one earlier, and I guess I kind of screwed things up because I had something else playing. Well, it started off good. Got to find a good one. I'll search later. Yeah, I mean they've got a good system, that's for sure. Right? They've got it, and that's what we don't have. Right? That's what we don't have. But see, I've said this before. I think that's the way you build your team is through the OHL and not the draft. Right? Let other guys take risk on these, watch them develop, and then find the guys that are on spots where they're not going to get that opportunity, and then bring them in. Right? Chris Shuckey, Danny Johnson, Nathan Mears, David A.C. John Hefner, Tammy Pemberton, Ashley Jones, Robert Morton, Craig Moss, and Jason Nichols. Thank you so much. So let's get into the stats of the game. Dallas outshot St. Louis 14-6. Dallas had 23 attempts. Wow. The St. Louis is 10. Yeah, this 2-2 game's not going to stay 2-2 for long if it stays like that. St. Louis had 7 hits. The Dallas is 5. Both teams gave it away twice. Dallas and both teams took it away 5 times. Dallas blocked 5 shots. St. Louis blocked 8, obviously. Face-offs were close, 52% to 48% in favor of Dallas. They had 4 goals in that period and 1 penalty. At the 6:47 mark, Delandria took a tripping penalty, and that led to St. Louis's first power play goal. First goal, which was a power play goal by Varna from Thomas and Falk. That made it 1-1 after Johnson at the 5:49 mark on even strength made it 1-0. Late at the 19 minute, a minute left, less than a minute left. Pawlowski with his 1,001 point makes it 2-1 from Heiskanen and Robertson, and then the man, the myth, and the legends, the $8 million kids, Kyrou and Thomas combined to make it 2-2 with just 20 seconds left in the period. Bolduc might get he might get his 9 games. I don't think so, but he might. He's still not old enough to be, I'm pretty sure he's not old enough to play in the AHL yet. And that's going to have the biggest bunk there. Yeah, Bolduc is, well, no, he's 20, so he could end up in the AHL next year. Same with Zach Dean. They're both in their 20s. They could end up in the AHL, yeah. Right, I could see them in the AHL. Right? Yep. I could see them both in the AHL. They're both going to be 20 or will be 20. So yeah. And then Marc-Andre Gonlet, same thing. He's in juniors. He could move up. I could see that. Michael Berger, we got him in the draft, 3rd round of the 22 draft. He's 18. Got him listed in minor leagues, but I'm not sure where he's at. He's got to be like in ECHL or the something like that. Right, at 18, he's got to be down. I'm surprised he's not in juniors, to be honest. Right, and I don't even see Snugard on the list. Well, Snugard hasn't signed because he's college. He hasn't signed a contract yet. That's why. Hockey man. Won't happen, and he'll be a bust. I'll have to check on Luke. I don't think he signed anything yet, bud. Let me do a quick search. In 55 games played, he had 16 points, 28 penalty minutes. He was plus 22. In the playoffs, he played 10 games, had 3 points, 6 penalty minutes. Played in the World Juniors in the Sweden under 20. No points, 4 penalty minutes. You know, he's 20. I could see him moving out. I could see him being back with the Blues. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, I could see him. I could see Loof getting a good look. Definitely see Loof getting a good look. Who's a disappointment there, Gary? Oh, the season. I think you're talking about, yeah. I think this is a disappointing season too, and I mean that's kind of why I put it in there, because I know some people just at the beginning, you know, don't look at this season as a disappointment because they see it going downhill as quick as it did, and just, you know, we did all the things we needed to do. Well, second period getting ready to start. Oh, I've been touting Kessel for a while, Matt Lowe, and you know that. Gary Tackett, Marianne Holmes, Brad Pond, you put them thumbs in the air. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That could be possibly a goal of the year there for Thomas. Centering pass didn't get through. Why does that not surprise me? I'm not sure what you're saying there, bud. I don't know if Neighbors plays tomorrow or not, bud. I don't think he's playing today. No, he's playing. He's a -1. Neighbors will. I don't think Neighbors will go down and play in the playoffs in the minor leagues. I don't think he will. I don't think they'll waste that on him. In fact, he might not. He might have enough games where they can't do that. Penalty on the Blues. Thank you. I seen that, Matlow. I made a mistake. Oh, he's skin and sold that. Here comes our horrible penalty kill. I could see one or both of them. Oh, almost. By neighbor. Oh, no, Torpachinko. Sorry, Torpachinko. A better looking penalty kill than what we've seen in the past, at least up to this point. Good clear by Pareko. Good penalty kill. Well, Blaze taking another penalty. Uh-oh, 4 minutes. Yeah, fans are going to like that, but it is what it is. No, I did not. No way we kill off this 4 minutes. If we don't give up 2 goals, I'd be surprised. Thanks, Craig. Oh, I told you. There's one. There's one. It says attachment unavailable, Craig. So whatever group you sent it from, I can't get to that group. I'm not in that group. I've been kicked out of them. Ah, there goes the Vladdy thing. No, that's not. Oh, you said Robertson, not Hintz. Okay. I don't think that's right. Well, there you go. I said it. Our penalty kill wasn't going to be able to handle it. Oh, but Hofer, man. Hofer's got to stop those. Why is Hofer so shitty? He can't stop them. Robertson has 46 goals. I think Vladdy had more than that once, didn't he? I may have to look it up, but I thought he did. Maybe not. Maybe he only had 45. Well, our second period problems are back. That's for sure. This is a bad period. Okay. I'll get that. Who was the last 100-point player for the Blues? Does anybody know? I think I know, but I'm not 100% sure. It might not have been who I thought it was. Um, this one is only showing me the top 10, so I could be wrong there. That's who I think it is, but I'm not sure. Oh, why isn't it showing me what I want? I screwed that up somehow. I'm checking something up here. This is a hard game to watch. Oh, Pavel never had a 100-point season. 93-point season, but he never had a 100-point season. I'm still looking. I think it was Shanahan. I think it was Shanahan. So the closest I can tell was Shanahan in 93, 94. He had 102 points. I don't know if anybody had it after him. Because I can only see the top 10. Right? So that's why I'm not sure here. I thought Suter might have had a 100-point season, but I guess he didn't. So I'm not really sure. That's the best I can come up with at the moment. Would be Shanahan in 93, 94. Shanahan in 93, 92. Now I think I'm gonna have to do this season by season. That must have been a strike shortened season, yeah. That was a strike shortened season there. 95, 96. Hull with 83. 97. Hull with 82. 798. Hull with 72. Dimitra had 89, so we know it wasn't Dimitra. I already knew, checked on Dimitra. I think it was Shanahan. The last time we had a 100-point player. Yeah, so I think it was Shanahan with the 102. Hull had multiple 100-point seasons, bud. Hull had multiple 100-point seasons. In fact, Hull leads with 132 points. Dude, he had 86 goals in one season. Dimitra, best he had was 93. Right? Hull had multiple 100-point seasons, my friend. In fact, he had at least three. The three seasons he had. Oh, nice there by Walker. Nice shot by Krug there. There's one place I can kind of look. Hold on. Okay. Yes, I was the last one was Brendan Shanahan in 93-94. He was the last guy to get 100 points. Right? Brett Hull leads with 131 in 90-91. Oates had 115 that season. Hull had 113 in 89-90. He had 109 in 91-92. And they had 101 in 92-93. So that's your list of guys that have had a 100 point season. So the last time we had a 100-point season, right? And I don't think, and the closest one since then has been Dimitra at 93 points. And that was in 2002, 2003. So Matt Lowe, you were, and you were bad there. Brett Hull had at least 4 100-point seasons. Right? The last time that it happened was 93-94. Well, they're getting the puck moved. How many did Bernie have? Let me go back and look at that. Bernie Federico had 3. 4. Federico had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brett had 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 also. Oates had 2. Jenny had 1. Gilmore had 1. Shanahan had 1. We had 11. We've had 11 guys, or 11 times that someone scored 100 points or more. 13. Take that back. 13. Surprised Brian Suter didn't have it. The best that I think Suter had was 83. Unger had an 83. Um, Clay's almost got one there. Brad Boys, why? I mean, I'm on NHL. I'm on a site that's showing me most point season, so I don't even see Brad Boys on here, at least for the Blues. $72 points. He'd be on page 2 then. I got him at 65 points, 43 goals and 22 assists in 2007, 2008. Played all the way up to 2016. Pass to the skates, pass to the skates. That's where they consistently pass to, is into somebody's skates. And that pass was away. Neighbors with a nice shot there. Oh, 08-9, he had 72. You're correct. Ah, man, my cast is really getting hot today. Oh, it's been consistently bad. It's been freaking horrible. Place going to that puck and just stop. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's now. I'm sorry. To me, it's a coaching thing. And I'm sorry, Matt Lowe. I know you don't say it that way, but chemistry is a coaching thing. Gloria Seeper, Jim Earhart, Gary Thackett, Marianne Holmes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, we're just giving Dallas power plays. Dallas gets a power play, and Dallas gets a power play, and Dallas gets a power play. Let's give Dallas all the power plays. About to be 3 for 4. You know what, Craig? I'm dead on that, right? But I don't put this as much on Army. I am now. I didn't originally. I put a little more than I did originally. But my issue with this is, Army put the team together. It's up to Berube to coach it. But Ruby kind of fooled everybody in that I can coach young guys and I can change my coaching style. But once Montgomery was gone, he just went back to his regular style. There we go. I told you. I told you our penalty kill is just horrendous. Wow. Hofer way too far out of the net on that one. That is absolutely on Hofer. And they're going to leave Hofer in no matter how many goals they give up. Well, that's the end of the penalty. Why not? Why not? Let's bring Wendy in. I got something to show Wendy anyways. Let me find Wendy, 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 Wendy. Da 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 da. Da 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 na 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 na. I know my head's out there, man. I'm lost. I sent something to Wendy, so maybe he'll be here. Oh, I don't want to say that they're bad, but they're not great. I mean, they're I don't know who runs the PK right now, bud. He did. I don't know if that was him or Montgomery. I actually think Montgomery ran the PK. Right? And I think Ott ran the power play. Right? I sent you the link, Wendy. How you doing, Darkness? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Want to make sure you're doing good, my friend. I agree, Matlow. Yep. Hey, Wendy.
Hey,
Did you see what I sent you?
yeah, I already saw all this stuff, and last night when I saw Hartman do that, I knew he was going to get a call from the NHL because I saw what he did, and I knew that's a suspension coming.
All right. So my statement that Hartman's a dirty player has a little more weight to it.
In my opinion, no,
How many
because
times has he been fined?
once before,
No,
and then
5 times. He had 5 fines. I think that was Ashley sent me. Ashley sent me it. It said he's been fined like 5 times before. 6 fines. 6 fines. He's been assessed for being a dirty player.
I mean, Bennington's still a dirty, overpaid backup goalie.
Oh, Matlow will agree with you there. He's been fined once. He's actually been suspended once. Never been fined.
I'm still saying he is the overpaid backup goalie.
Yeah, well, I disagree there. Look at our defense. Look at our penalty kill. Look at Hofer. Hofer's a goalie of the future, and he started giving up 5. He gave up 3 goals that period. He's given up 3 penalties.
He's a young goalie. What do you expect?
Huh?
But he's a young goalie. Young goalies have issues.
Yeah, it's the defense. The defense has issues. We have the worst defense in the league.
Well, this is a Team Canada Jonathan Toews jersey. I've been wearing a Toews jersey basically the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now.
So is tomorrow his last game? Is he going to officially retire tomorrow?
I think he is.
Hey, Jeremy, I agree with that. I agree. It is our defense more than our goalies.
I know your defense sucks, but you also, when I saw St. Louis sign Bennington, when they did, I even said, that's a bad contract. It's going to age poorly, and people are going to turn against him because I feel like he's still a backup goalie.
I don't know about that. I don't.
I mean, I've never. I thought his rookie season was a fluke.
His numbers were better than what he is. I will agree with that. But his second season prior to COVID, his numbers were exactly what I thought he was, and he was a top 10 goalie. Right?
Teams were still trying to figure him out, and then now teams have figured him out, and he's known to be a hothead.
I'm sorry, what Hartman did that game, Hartman is the one that should have gotten all the penalties. Hartman is the one that should have gotten suspension and kicked out of the game. And I'm sorry, when a player goes up to the ref and says, this guy's going to do this, and because I'm going to make him do it, and the ref lets it go, I'm sorry. I put nothing on Bennington there. Right?
And Jason, yeah, I called Bennington a backup goalie.
I think
when
that's a good
Peter
point.
Mrazek and Alex Stalock have better numbers than Jordan Bennington this season, I have to say, he's not a good goalie. Peter Mrazek was supposed to be the tank commander of the year, and he's actually played good when he's healthy.
I'm sorry. No, Bennington is a better goalie than that. Our team defense has been absolute crap all year for a couple of years now.
I mean, I know how bad defenses are. The Blackhawks have had one of the worst defenses for the last 3
And how many goalies
years.
have you gone through this season?
We've had 6.
6.
Because
6
of
goalies.
Because of injuries.
Right?
We've had our 2 main goalies this season have been Mrazek and Stalock. When they got injured, Stalock got a concussion at the beginning of the year because Casey Zizekas laid a dirty hit by dropping his shoulder into his head, and Stalock missed a couple of months. Then Peter Mrazek, it's Peter Mrazek. You always know what he's going to have a problem with. He pulls his groin every other week, it feels like.
Well, I'm just saying that, you can't sit there and say, Bennington started more games than any other goalie, right? And when you have, what's your team defense? How many goals against have your team given up this season?
Oh,
what's your GAA? What's your GAA? What's your GAA?
I haven't checked it in a while because I know it's not that great. Goals against per game, they are averaging 2.47 this year.
That's what they're scoring. What are they giving up?
No, goals against. That's what I'm seeing. Where is it? Hang on.
You are giving up 3.63 goals per game and scoring 2.44. The Blues are giving up 3.65 and scoring 3.23. Your goalies have been just as shitty as ours have.
Actually, no. No, they have not. The defense in front of our goalies have been lackluster at best, and our goalies have actually kept the Hawks in a lot of their games. The Hawks have not been blown out as many times as St. Louis had been this year. The Hawks have been blown out 5 times on hand.
What do you consider a blowout?
Giving up 5 goals and not being able to score more than 1 goal.
The Blues have not been blown out as much as you think then. I'm sorry. They've only been shut out once. They've only been shut out once, and that was a 4-0 loss. Giving up 5 and only scoring 1, I think that's only happened once all season. In fact, I can look that up. Hold on. I can absolutely pull that up.
Well, Jeremy, Bennington is a clown. That's a right statement right there.
Bennington is not a clown.
He is.
Okay. So you're saying that a blowout is giving up 5 or more goals and only scoring 1 or less?
Yes.
Okay, that's happened against the Kings. That's 1 time. Happens against the Flyers. That's 2. That's all that's happened with giving up 5 or more goals and only scoring 1. That has happened twice this entire season. Make it 3 times. I missed a 5-0. So they got shut out twice. Right? Now there's a game where they lost 7-2. I would consider that a blowout,
That's a
but I know
blowout.
you've had games just as bad.
I frankly would say the Hawks have still were in every one of their games except for maybe 6 of them.
I think that number's a lot higher than that.
No,
Bud.
I would say it in that way because the way the Hawks have played this year, they do not quit. St. Louis quits.
I will say that, yes, the Blues have quit. I will say that. The Blues
St.
have
Louis
quit.
has a
They quit on
quitting
their coach.
St. Louis has a quitting mentality. Chicago, they don't. Look what they did yesterday against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who is battling to even survive making the playoffs. If not, they've been eliminated already because if the Islanders won today, and the Islanders are going to probably eliminate Pittsburgh tonight with a win over the Canadiens.
They need 1 point. They just need to take it to overtime.
I mean, the Islanders are winning 3-2 with 4 minutes and are on a power play right now.
Hold on.
I don't put wagers on anything, Jason.
I mean, Canadians can tie that up. I mean, if it goes to overtime, then yeah, the Islanders do it.
I mean, the Islanders are also on a power play right now.
Okay, well, what about Calgary? What about Calgary?
Calgary, their problems were the Blackhawks.
Well, no, I mean what they did. When they needed the win in the shootout, and they Wilson put in a guy. I forget who it was, but a guy that like no one would have thought of to
Richie
put in.
Richie's shootout percentage is actually much higher than what people think, and that's why I kind of agreed with putting in Richie in over Tyler Toffoli, who's only scored 2 shootout goals in his entire career. But the Flames issue is the Hawks beat them 3 times this season, all in twice in regulation and once in overtime. The Flames lost to a bunch of bad teams this year. That was their problem, and I think Calgary should be changing management and coaching this offseason.
Yeah, I see Suter being gone. I don't see management, but I do see Suter.
Brad Treliving should be fired. He should have been fired 5 years ago. He's fired 10. If I remember correctly, Treliving has fired 5 coaches already as GM of the Flames. A GM should not be able to fire that many coaches.
I usually the coaching fires more on the owner. Right? I mean, because when you fire a coach, you got to remember this. When you fire a coach, you're eating that contract.
Oh, yeah, but it's also the GM who hired the coach by bringing them in, and they are the ones who basically go to the coach and tell them, you're out of here. And in my opinion, I think we see Brad Treliving, the GM of the Flames, and Daryl Sutter both fired tomorrow.
Usually firings don't come until just before the playoffs. So
sometimes they happen the day after the regular season for the team, and tomorrow they don't play.
Don't they have one more game though, or are they done?
They play tonight.
Play tonight?
Yeah. If not, they're already playing. Yeah, they play tonight against the next game. Sharks.
There's only 3 games tonight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see here. Well, St. Louis has lost this game. They needed 1 point to guarantee 500, and I don't see it happening now.
Can they get to that tomorrow? Because
Yeah, Calgary plays their 82nd game tonight, so their season's done tonight.
and then
Say
there's
again?
Can't St. Louis still technically get to 500 tomorrow?
Yeah, they need 1 point, but Dallas, these games mean more to Dallas than they do to St. Louis.
Dallas may, if I remember, doesn't Dallas have, where's Dallas sitting?
They're a
So
point
Dallas is at
behind.
104 for points, and Colorado's at 105.
And Colorado has 2 games left
I
after
mean,
tonight.
St. Louis could still get a point tomorrow.
Maybe. But
Because
Dallas needs to win both these games to force if Dallas wins both of them, they force the Avalanche to win both of theirs. Right? If they tie in points, Dallas wins.
Mm-hmm. What is Robert saying?
Oh, he's being a jackass. Don't worry, he's just being
No,
a jackass.
I'm like reading his comment and I'm trying to figure out what the heck he's saying here.
Read that one first. He's just being a shit disturber. Well, third period's up.
I mean, I did call that Brandon Saad's going to have a
Yes, you did.
classic
You did.
Brandon Saad down season.
Yeah, he did. That means I'll have an up season next year, right?
Sometimes they run where it's 2 seasons in a row. I know how
Well,
Saad does.
I could see Saad getting traded. I really could, but
Does he have any clause in his contract at all?
Don't think so. I'll look here.
I
real
mean,
quick.
for a 2-time Stanley Cup champion.
Oh no, he does. He's here for a while. He's got a no trade till 25-26.
Yeah, with the fact he's also a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, if he were to want to go to another contending team, he could probably just say, I want to be traded, but I don't know if teams are going to look at him after
4.5. They're gonna want the Blues to eat that money for all those years, and I don't think they will.
Yeah, I just can't wait to be back in the United Center tomorrow.
Gonna drive up?
Drive up in the morning, go to the game. I should get up there around probably 11 tomorrow and then hang around the city for a little bit, then go over to the game and stay in the city overnight and get to paint the ice on Friday.
And do what? Oh, paint the ice?
Yep.
How'd you get part of that?
I'm a season ticket holder.
Oh, okay. You are?
I had a 6-game package this year.
So here's a good question for you.
Bennington's a clown and Kadri's a pest.
No, Kadri's more of a clown than Bennington.
When you're throwing water bottles at players, you're a clown.
When you're going after players' knees and you're trying to injure them, you're a clown.
I mean, Bennington does do clown actions on ice as well.
Hey, hold on, Robert. I know where he lives. He does not want people to know where he lives, so I'm not going to put that out, and he's not going to answer that question. I don't want you to be upset about that.
I mean, I will say I live closer to St. Louis than Chicago, but that's about it.
Well, Blues are going to go and get a power play. Wow, how'd that happen? Must have been a really blatant penalty.
And the Pittsburgh Penguins, for the first time since 2007, will be missing the Stanley Cup playoffs.
So that means that Crosby misses the playoffs for the first time, right?
This will be, I believe, his second time missing in his career. Let
Did
me
he miss
check.
it his first season?
What?
I thought they made it his first season.
No, they did not. I know they did not. I'll see like Pittsburgh playoff runs. They did it on themselves. If they wanted to make the playoffs, they had to have played much better than they did yesterday.
Yeah.
They played. The fact was, Pittsburgh outplayed Chicago yesterday, but Pittsburgh got outcoached and out goalied. So trying to find. So Sidney Crosby's playoff career. He entered the league in 2005, 2006. Their first playoff run was 2007, 2008.
So he entered the league the year before the Blues got the first overall pick, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was a hell of a shot. Knocked Redwood's mask right off him. Tyro hit him right in the head. Yeah, because just think the Blues suck. One year earlier, we get Crosby.
The fact was, I feel like that draft lottery was kind of rigged in a little bit, just because.
Was that even a draft lottery?
Yeah, it was. Every team was in it.
Oh, okay.
Because his draft year came because of the lockout strike season. Okay, I'm Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
And we did so great with our pick, 2 picks after you guys.
Yeah.
Our captain.
Well, I mean, I looked at something where they redrafted that season, right? And in all actuality, Johnson was not a bad first round draft pick. When they redrafted it, they had him at 11.
He still shouldn't have gone first.
Right. I'll agree there. Who went second?
That was Jordan Stahl.
Yeah.
And then third was Chicago taking Jonathan Toews. And we know what happened.
I mean, you're not going to look at Johnson and say he's a bust.
No, I won't say he was a bust. I just won't say he should have been. I would not have put him at first overall just because there were centermen that should have been drafted ahead of him. Because a defenseman going first overall is kind of rare. They don't happen often.
Yeah.
And Eric Johnson is not the prototypical first overall caliber type of player.
Yeah, I mean, when they picked him, I was here, but I was surprised. I was absolutely surprised that he was picked number 1 overall. Not only that, you look at how many guys at Marchand, a third round pick.
Yeah. That draft was a fairly deep draft if you look back into it.
Oh, yeah.
But it does not compare to like 2003 with how many players still play today from 2003's draft, which that probably has multiple Hall of Famers in that 2003 draft alone. Like probably we could see 15 different players from that 03 draft soon.
I think you're going to see, well, from the 06 draft, I think you're
Oh
going to
six,
see.
you're going to have quite a bit of Hall of Famers.
I'd say probably 5 to 10.
You're going to have at least 5. I know for instance, you'll have Jonathan Tays be probably the first in that class to make the Hall of Fame if he does retire tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then you'll have Nicholas Backstrom make it.
It's still 5 to 2, Jason. Nothing's changed.
You'll have Marshawn make it.
Yeah.
Which the longevity with Marshawn and the fact he does have a Stanley Cup, that's why I kind of see him make it. And if he wins
probably
another,
with 2 cups.
I was just about to say he might have a second cup this year, might not.
And he's got 4 finals. Well, 3 finals, if not 4 this year.
Yeah. There's still something with that Bruins team I don't trust in the playoffs. I think they're frauds going into the playoffs.
Oh, I don't. I think
they remind me too much of the 2019 Lightning.
You know, with the Lightning, I think the Lightning just took. I think the Lightning came in there without a chip on their shoulder and just came in there thinking, "Oh, we're going to win no matter what," and they just got outcoached.
I don't blame you with not buying the Bally app.
Well, here's the thing.
Marshawn's a much better player than people give him credit.
I know, and that's the thing. The problem is that all his antics don't take away from it. Right?
Right. But
they should. His antics should take away from it, and they don't.
There's still players that should be in the Hall of Fame that are not, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Like Jeremy Roenick. He should be a Hall of Famer.
I can think of somebody ahead of him.
Steve Larmer, in my opinion, should be.
I can think of somebody ahead of him. I got one. I got one that's absolutely should be in the Hall of Fame. No ands, ifs, or buts, and it's a travesty he's not in it.
Who?
Gary Younger.
I really can't see Unger ever make it.
Why? Right? If all the other Iron Man make it, and they probably will.
I mean, this one never's made it yet.
Right?
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
How many points?
Over 1,000.
Okay, I think Unger's close to 1,000.
And he also won a Calder Trophy.
Okay, fair enough.
But Roenick should be a Hall of Famer. But the reason I don't see him make is because people, basically what Matt's saying, he was kind of dick off the ice.
Yeah, that does have a lot to do with it.
But he has over 500 goals and not in the Hall of Fame, and well over 1,000 games played. And Roenick should be a Hall of Famer. Unless, hell, who knows? There could be some surprise Hall of Fame votes this year.
You think so?
Yeah, just because the first ballot class you're going to have, I guarantee it, there's going to probably be 2 first ballots this year. And Hendrik Lundqvist, he's a lock to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Shouldn't Yager be up this year?
Nope, he's not retired.
Still not retired?
He's still playing.
Oh. Yeah, but he's playing in. He's not in the NHL.
He's still playing professional hockey. This is actually the jersey from this year for this season for the Kladno Knights. So Yarger technically has never retired. He's still playing professional hockey, and at the age of 51, he's still doing okay at it too.
Okay, Thornton is 12th overall in points, and he's still playing.
Joe Thornton's not playing. He retired last year.
Oh, he did? Okay.
So Joe Thornton's not in the class. The class for this year.
You got to wait 3 years, right?
Yeah. The players for this year's first ballot class that supposed to be on it.
Yeah.
Lundqvist, Seabrook, Crawford. There's one player from St. Louis. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Backus?
What?
Backus?
No, not Backus. Hang on. Let me pull up the class. I had it on my phone.
Oh, here we go. Pierre Turgeon.
Turgeon should be a Hall of Famer.
Not 1,327 points. Right. I'm going down at guys that are not in the Hall right now, and he's the first one that pops up that's Hall eligible. He last played in 07. Right.
Yeah. Brenda Moore should be a Hall of Famer.
Brenda Moore, yeah, I could see that.
I could see Brenda Moore actually make it this year.
Trying to stay away from guys that are still playing. Look at Roenick. Roenick has 1,216 points.
Should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I can see that. Kopitar's still playing. Theo Fleury.
No.
1,088 points.
No.
Keith Kachuk.
I don't think so.
1,065 points. Dave Taylor, 1,069. Pat Verbeek, 1,062.
I'm shocked you haven't said one of the players that really should be in the Hall of Fame that has not been put in yet.
Doug Waite. I bet you he's the blue that's up.
No.
No?
I'm just saying for first ballot class.
Okay. I don't know for the first ballot.
Yes, Pavel Bure is a Hall of Famer.
I haven't seen.
The player I'm talking about that I'm kind of shocked you didn't list off on that list of players that have been on the eligibility list for a while.
Yeah.
Alex McGillney.
Where's he at on the points list?
It's more than just the points for McGillney.
I'm looking at guys I'm just looking at points list right now. So, and I haven't seen him come up yet. And I'm at the bottom near the 1,000-point area. Oh, he's got 1,032. So he's right there with Doug Waite.
There's more with McGillney than just that. He basically broke the wall for players to move over to NHL from Russia.
Yeah. Wasn't that? Wouldn't you think that would have been Stastny?
Stastny was one of the first, but McGillney really was one of the main cornerstone players to do so.
Okay, I mean, I could see that. I mean, you're putting Taze in. You're putting Taze in, and Taze only has 882 points.
But the fact is, Taze has more than just the points that matter for him to make the Hall of Fame. He has the individual awards, the 3 Stanley Cups, 2 gold medals, a couple world championships in there, and a couple and there's a couple other accolades with Jonathan Taze.
So Gary Younger had 804 points. All right. Did you find the list of players for?
I'm still trying to find it. It's like kind of buried right now.
Eligible in 22. I found it. I think I found it. Wendy, give me a second. Longo's already in, right?
Luongo went in this year.
Yeah, so actually this is back 1 year.
I saw it a few days ago too.
Here we go.
For 2023 class.
Yeah, I got it. On the score. Let's see. Henry Lundqvist.
Yes.
They say time to make it right. Alexander Mogilny. Could be Rod Brindamore's year. Per Turgeon. Caroline Ouellette, women's player. Sergei Gonchar.
Gonchar's an
women's
interesting
player.
one.
Henrik Zetterberg. Curtis Joseph. Well, he's not here. First year eligibles. I know who you're thinking of now. Jay Bomeister.
Yes, that was who I was thinking of, but he's not going to be a Hall of Fame player.
Brent Seabrook.
That's a player who could actually make it. I will
not first year.
I can say
Justin
I will
Williams.
Say that. I can see Seabrook make it first year because he's a Triple Gold Club member. He
stop.
No,
so is Bomeister.
He's also a 3-time Stanley Cup champion.
So is Bomeister's got 1 cup.
But Seabrook with 3 Stanley Cups was a leader on all 3 Stanley Cups. He may have not worn the letter in those 3 cups yet, but he was one of the leaders. He also was he set the record for most shot blocks by NHL defensemen until he retired. It's now been passed up.
So this one's saying the exact same thing for Bomeister. It says Bomeister was a top quality top pairing defenseman for much of his 17-year career and his Triple Gold Club status. His numbers are simply too low to warrant serious consideration. He had a terrific career, but Hall of Fame is out of his reach. Brent Seabrook. Seabrook's situation is similar to Bomeister, a lot to be proud of, but not worthy of hockey's highest honor. Seabrook is mainly remembered for his albatross contract, but he was a star blue liner at his peak, playing a vital role in 3 Stanley Cups for Chicago, as well as Olympic gold for Canada in 2010. May have his number retired in United Center one day, but don't expect any considerable Hall of Fame noise.
I could still see him make the Hall.
Right.
Usually players that
Justin Williams will make the Hall before Seabrook does.
I don't see Justin Williams make it in the first
Seabrook won't. Williams has got double the points, almost double the points.
They played 2 different positions. Completely. One's a defenseman, one's a center.
I just...
Also, being one of the few defensemen to ever play 1,000 games with just 1 team kind of does add to accolade like that.
Well, this isn't telling me everybody who's eligible.
It shows a good amount that are eligible for first ballot this year. If you're looking at the right list, because Corey Crawford should be on the list as well.
Here we go. Here becomes. I think I found it. This is who becomes eligible for 23. Henrik Lundqvist.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Crawford.
Mm-hmm. This could be a goalie class. Who knows?
Justin Williams. No more than one goalie.
I could see it become a goalie class.
Other notable eligibles, Jay Bomeister, Andre Markov.
I don't think Markov makes it.
Oh, those are the only ones. Those are the first-time eligibles.
Okay. The reason why I think it could be a goalie class, they could be looking into the fact you have players that are goalies that aren't in the Hall of Fame that should be.
Oh, and Dustin Bufflin.
Big Buff's eligible?
Yep, looks like it.
I wonder what, if he were to be voted in, well, he would go in as a Blackhawk, I would assume, because of his Stanley Cup in Chicago, but
I think he'd go in as a Jet. Didn't he play for them longer?
he may have played for them longer, but he had more memorable moments in Chicago. And also, he left the Jets on bad terms. He did not leave Chicago on bad terms.
So those are the guys that are first-time eligible.
Okay. The reason why I could say it could be a goalie class, the Hockey Hall of Fame voters could say, let's put more goalies in the Hall of Fame that should be in it. Lundqvist is a lock for first ballot. I will say that. Then you go back into the books to see what goalies that should be in make it into the Hall of Fame as well.
Right there, Joseph. Curtis Joseph it's a travesty that he's not in.
And
Absolute travesty.
I was saying something where Joseph could get the votes this year, but who knows? The Hockey Hall of Fame is much harder to get into the Hockey Hall of Fame, it feels like, than any other Hall of Fame for professional sports.
Hockey triple gold is Olympics, Worlds, and Cup.
It's Olympics, gold, Cup, and World. You could do the World Juniors, you could do World Championships. It flip flops between juniors and championships.
Blues are just getting outplayed something fierce tonight. I think we're having a good conversation here. I'm enjoying it, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Wonder when we'll hear who gets voted into the Hall, because that normally comes up pretty soon.
In the summer.
Yeah,
it'll be in the
it's
summer.
Usually right after the Cup is announced.
Are you doing anything for the playoffs?
I don't know yet.
I thought about doing the NHL bracket, but I'm not sure yet. I'll set it up tomorrow, huh?
I might do a bracket challenge. I don't know quite yet.
I mean, I almost won Myers last year, and I almost won yours, didn't I? I did win yours.
You did not win it.
Won it.
Someone else won it.
If I didn't win it, then I was second.
There was someone else that won it in my bracket because they had both the Lightning and Avalanche in the Cup.
Okay.
You had someone else in the Cup that won.
I had the Rangers.
Yeah.
Matt Lowe, only one person beat me last year. I had the bracket pretty well nailed.
This year's brackets could be the most difficult ones to predict in a long time.
Yeah, I could see that.
Wide open for any team to make it to the Cup this year, in my opinion. The bloodbath in the East, you're going to have multiple teams that should be in the Cup final get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And in the second round of the playoffs as well. The West, you can really pull a few teams out of it, but it's going to be very difficult to pick who comes out of it.
Hold on, guys. 3 minutes to go, and they're being outshot 35-18 and outscored 5-2.
Dallas is interesting. There's something with Dallas that they've been really having a hard time even getting wins lately. And that's not a recipe to go into the playoffs for success. They've maybe getting the wins, but they've had a hard time getting the wins. If you understand where I'm coming from on that.
Yeah.
Statement. Boston, the thing with Boston, I think they're going to go in, think they're going to win every game, and I realistically think they can flame out in a few games, like in 6 games in a playoff round, because they will be playing the Islanders. Is it the Islanders they would be playing?
Yeah, right now. No.
Oh,
Not the
they will be
Islanders.
playing the Panthers.
Panthers. I don't.
I would take Boston over Panthers. I will
Yeah.
say that. Unless the Panthers win tomorrow, which if they win tomorrow, they'll be playing the Islanders. I would take the Islanders over Boston. The Hurricanes, if they play the Panthers or Islanders, the thing with the Hurricanes, they are going into the playoffs cold, and they could actually lose the division tomorrow.
The Islanders?
No, the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes?
The Hurricanes could drop out of the first seed tomorrow in the Metropolitan. They play who tomorrow? The Hurricanes play the Panthers. Right now, if the Panthers want to avoid Boston, which is a high chance they want to do that. I could see the Hurricanes dropping down to second and playing the Rangers, because the Devils play the Capitals, and I kind of give a win to the Devils in that matchup right now. Unless the Devils decide to, let's just try and play the Rangers because they match up well against the Rangers every time this year. But I could see the Devils win that division tomorrow. Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay. I could still see Tampa win this series. I also could see Toronto kind of do an upset, even though Toronto has the better points going into this series matchup. But the reason I would take Tampa is just because they have the better goaltending.
There you go, guys. And the password is there you go. There you go. That's the challenge. You can get in there, go to bracket challenge, NHL.com. The league number is 18823, leading blue 23. Join it up. All right, join it up, and I'll put it on my Facebook page and in my group.
What day will the first day of the playoffs be? Monday?
I think so.
I really can see the Islanders end up playing Boston tomorrow or in the playoffs because right now the Islanders lead by 1 point. If the Panthers were to get 1 point tomorrow, they would actually end up beating out the Islanders in the tiebreaker.
The Islander season done?
Yep, the Islanders played their final game today.
Yep.
To see a playoff without Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby.
Has it happened before?
Yeah, their rookie seasons and their second seasons.
Well, that's that. We'll be on tomorrow. Game time will be 2 o'clock or to 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock St. Louis time. I'll be on at 6:30 St. Louis time. Wendy, read the comment about Dallas.
What comment? About
Dallas goes as far as Ottinger takes them, though.
Ottinger's a good goalie. I like Ottinger.
Yeah.
If the Stars end up winning the division,
Rangers get past the first round. I'm pretty set on that.
If they play the Devils, I don't think so. The Devils could win the division tomorrow if the Hurricanes do lose and the Devils come up with 2 points.
I see the Rangers beating New Jersey. They don't have New Jersey doesn't have enough playoff experience.
They may not have playoff experience, but young teams like that sometimes go far. Play
sometimes,
stupid.
But the Rangers Rangers went all in.
This Devils team, I will say this, reminds me a hell of a lot like the 2009 Blackhawks.
Tampa doesn't get past Boston in the second round. Boston beats Florida without a problem, and for the most part, I think they beat the Islanders.
No, right? That Dallas doesn't scare me because I'm looking at Dallas as a team who could do some upset. They may have a piss poor OT record, but they are a team who actually are kind of have a roster built for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Overtime, I know, doesn't matter in playoff hockey. It never does. But unless you're going to overtime, you need to play a stout 5-on-5 game. And Dallas plays a good 5-on-5 game together. 3-on-3, not so much.
My biggest issue with Dallas right now are with Toronto. Well, Toronto's not. We're going to get screwed from Toronto because Toronto has 109 points, meaning that even if they get knocked out in the first round, they're going to be at the high end of the 20s, right?
I will say this: I kind of
they could be the highest. They could be the highest first round team knocked out.
If Toronto gets knocked out, if Toronto wins against Tampa, it kind of helps the Hawks either way because Hawks have Tampa's first round pick this year.
Well, I mean that's going to be.
Oh yeah, I know it's still going to be in
15 to 20. That's going to be a 15 to a 20, unless they get to the. So the way it works.
I know how it works.
Okay, in the first 2 rounds, that doesn't change anything. Whatever you get knocked out in the first 2 rounds, then you go in whatever your regular season position.
Yeah, I know, but it still could help the Hawks and kind of if they need to package a couple draft picks around to move up in draft selecting this year.
Wild beat Dallas. I can't go there.
I could see it.
Goaltending. Ottinger's better than Fleury at this moment.
I can still see the Wild upset Dallas. But who knows? The Wild could end up playing Colorado. The Central Division is not set.
Yeah.
we'll find that out tomorrow. Who wins the division?
Oh, we don't
tomorrow.
find that out until Friday.
Oh yeah, we won't find that out until Friday.
Right. The only way it gets set tomorrow. The only way it gets set tomorrow is if Dallas wins, and the Stars lose, or not the Stars. Dallas wins and the Avalanche lose.
Mm-hmm.
Then basically they can just tie, I think.
If the thing with Seattle, they could still end up making it into the third position in the Pacific.
Kings, yeah.
The-
Yeah, but I think the Kings have the tiebreaker.
No, they don't.
They don't?
The Kraken actually have the tiebreaker.
Or regulation wins?
Yeah. If the Kraken win tomorrow and the Kings were to lose, the Kraken will end up in the third seed in the Pacific Division. And if I don't know about you, I would rather be
Seattle
playing.
doesn't make it past the first round. I don't care who they play. Seattle doesn't make it per the first round.
They could be a dark horse pick, like one of those fun picks to just take.
Yeah.
But I realistically, if they end up playing Edmonton, that series could go far, like a 7-game series. If they play the Avalanche, they I can see the Avalanche knocking them out in 6. If they play Dallas, that is who I can see them beat.
Maybe. I don't think that they have. They obviously do not have playoff experience on that team. Other than like 3 or 4 players.
Yeah, but
they've got a couple of cups, and I know that, but I don't think it's enough. They've got 3 cups that I know of.
Yanni Gord with 2.
Who?
Yanni Gord.
Okay, then they got. Well, does Grubauer doesn't have a cup, does he? No, he does have a cup.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
He does.
Who? With who?
With Washington.
Okay, so
But
Grubauer
might not even be the starter for the playoffs.
You have Grubauer, you have Dunn, you have Schwartz, and then the other guy you said. So
Yanni
Gord.
I really don't think the Panthers are built for the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't either.
Especially who they hired as coach for this team. They chose the wrong head coach for Florida, in my opinion.
You know what, Jason? There was something. Jason, see, I want to bring this up. There was something going on with the Blues that season that I don't think a lot of people saw. They went into the playoffs on they were very, very strong when they went into the playoffs. And they didn't go into a playoffs in a week, even though they were the number 3 seed. They were a point out of winning the division. Right? They were only a point out of winning the division. So, I mean, they were not as weak of a team as everybody put it on. And I don't think as many people, well, no one picked them to win the cup. I think a lot of people thought that they would win that first round series and that they had a chance to make it to the Western Conference Finals. Right? Yeah, Dallas has almost no cup experience.
I don't think they have a cup winner on that roster.
No, I don't think they do either, to be honest. They got guys that made it to the cup.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Minnesota is a fun team to kind of watch out for because the way they play, their style play does work for the playoffs.
Yeah. You know, but Jason, I don't buy the worst to first because the Blues were never the worst team in the league. They were never worst. They were last in points, but they were never really last. And that's what everybody misses. And I've written about it a couple of times. They were never really last. Had the playoffs, the day that they were considered last, January 2nd, Had the bubble happened that day and the playoffs started, the Blues would have made the playoffs. They were the 12th team in the West, even though they were last in points. So I'll never buy that. I'll never buy it. And I love when the media tries to sell it, but it's not what it was. They were never that. They were never that team. You know, and then late January, early February, they start that 11-game run, and it just goes from there. That's true. It has happened, not often, but it has happened.
Yeah, Martin Jones did win the cup with the Kings as backup to Quick.
Who's he on, Dallas?
He's on Seattle.
Oh, okay.
And he will likely be the starter for the playoffs.
Fair enough. Well, hey, Nick, thanks for joining me tonight. Enjoy your game tomorrow. Be safe on that drive. I know how far it is, or I know what the drive is.
I've
So
done the drive enough this year. I know how it's a boring drive. It's right up 55. It's boring as hell, but it's an easy drive.
Yeah, well, take it easy, bud. Thanks for joining us. We'll probably see you sometime late next week.
All right.
Enjoy, my friend. Guys, have a great one. This is Guy the White Blues fan for Nick from Windy City Hockey saying aloha mahalo, and you got to know we're bleeding blue with you.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go